Hey. All right, microphone's on, lights are on, colors off, stupid camera. Hopefully today goes well. Ah, got good coffee if nothing else. Woo-hoo-hoo. YouTube notifying me that I'm live. How about that? That's very nice of them. Somebody's here. Welcome. How you doing? I didn't forget today. All right, camera, stay just like that. No, not like that. Like that. I don't know what the hell. I keep threatening to buy a new camera. I just haven't done it. Gonna wear my glasses today. Yeah, it's gonna be a fun day, camera-wise. Don't be afraid to talk. I'm not afraid. You shouldn't be afraid. Got a good community here. Well, not at this current second. It's just me and you, whoever's watching. There we go. Good color. Stay just like that. No, Bob, we're not going to do that. That's not fun. Oh, you're just going to watch? Not going to talk? You can put a comment right there. Oh, right there. In that little section right there. I don't know that it's that way on your screen. That's how it is on my screen. That's where the chat's at. Another person, hey, hopefully you're a talker. I don't do magic tricks. I do I do 4 reactions during the live stream. They're spread out. If people ask. Last week, I don't think I only did 1, maybe 2. The conversation was that good. The conversation was that conversations were. Yeah, I think I said that right. Good, I ran somebody off. Exactly as I was hoping. So I'll just sit here and drink my coffee, and I'll watch you watching me. Maybe. My usual people aren't always on time, so they should be here. I gotta get rid of that green screen. Maybe that's what causes my camera to screw up the green screen. Maybe once I get rid of it, things will be better. Maybe. Now, a few more people showed up. Don't be afraid to talk. It's not like I can hear you. I don't judge. I do reactions when people ask me to. I do 4 of them per live stream, just in case you don't know. Other than that, we can talk about pretty much anything you want. Ask questions. Ask my opinion. Just be prepared, because I may not say what you think I'm going to say, and it might hurt your feelings. Oh, somebody left, afraid of getting their feelings hurt, I guess. Oh, no. Nobody's going to talk today? Y'all must be new. My regulars talk. We can talk about anything. Food, movies, comedy, jokes, music, whatever. This ain't one of those live streams. You're not going to be judged. We can talk about any kind of music. I like all kinds of music. All kinds of movies. A lot of trivia stuff. A lot of history stuff. I'm pretty nerdy. I've never seen as many people afraid to talk. Don't be afraid. You can ask oddball questions. I don't care. I know the answer. I'll answer it. Oh. Huh. Don't do magic tricks. No sleight of hand. Usually just good conversation. And then my reactions. I'm sure none of you watched the reactions I released this week. I only released 2. Tomorrow's new video days tomorrow, so I'll release. I think I have 5 scheduled for tomorrow. It's almost like when I talk to myself, but I don't have to censor myself. I don't hurt my feelings. Well, hey, how you doing? Thanks for saying something. How are you doing today? Got anything you want to talk about? Any questions you want to ask? Want to know my opinion about something? What state are you in? That's about as close as that's really all I need. I don't need to know what city. I just like to know where people are from. I have people from South Africa, from England, Germany, Poland. Oh, there's another country. Your Swedish outstanding. It's gonna sound like a weird question, but how's the weather there? Because see, I live in Texas and it's not normally cold, but it's ridiculously cold here. For us, it's ridiculously cold. This morning when I went to work, it was 15 with a wind chill of -2 or 3, something like that. Let's see, you're in Sweden, so it's what, like about 8 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock at night? I think. Yes, I do. Oh, you must have just come in. I do 4 reactions. I do 4 live reactions. My channel is a reaction channel, but I do 4 live reactions. I spread them out. Each person only gets to ask for 1. But yes, the only thing I have to warn you is you don't get to hear it. Most people ask me to react to songs they know, so it's not a big deal. But for copyright reasons, I listen to it through my headphones and you get to see and hear my actual reaction. So yes, I do live reactions. And since you're the first person talking or first person asking, it's 9. Hey, I wasn't too far off. Well, I guessed between 8 and 10. So, well, I guessed 8 or 10. So I did pretty good. So if you got something you want me to react to, let me know what it is. And in about 10 minutes, I'll react to it. Now that I'm finished my coffee, I'm ready to go. Actually, since you're the only person talking to me, if you want me to react to something right now, I'll do it. Because nobody else is talking. They're just watching. Gravity Blues by Geese. All right, let me get that pulled up here. All right. Here let me turn my chat on here. All right. So that was the last thing. See, I've got a monitor over here. The video is not that important to me. It's the song itself, but I do watch it. But I can see whatever you're saying over here on this monitor. So, all right, let's give it a go. I can tell you right off the bat, 8 seconds in, I like the beat. I like that kind of music. I don't know where this is gonna go, but for me, that's good, like, cruising music or just kinda hanging out, chilling music, the way it sounds as of 8 seconds in. I really like that. Alright, so, his voice is not the best, but there's certain songs or artists, you don't have to sound the best, be technically the best singer to be good. I like the way this is arranged, and I like the way he's doing it and the changes. So, even though technically he's not a great singer, he does have a good voice, but not all of it's perfect. So I really like that because that rawness adds to a lot of songs. So with this kind of beat that he's got going there, hey Spec, what's up, buddy? I'm doing a live reaction. This person was here right off the bat and was the only person talking, so I'm doing a reaction right now. It's Gravity Blues by Geese. Liking it. Sometimes I'm really liking about him is this doesn't sound it sounds more natural, like he's just playing and singing what he's feeling and it's just coming out. And I always respect that with artists. Sometimes, uh, well, with vocals, guitar, and it's all up to our independent taste. So I get that. Like I said, he's got a good voice. It's just some of it I didn't like where he dropped down to the deeper part. For me, that was a little off. But that being said, this is just his natural thing. It sounds like it's a natural thing. It's just whatever he's feeling and doing it. And there's several artists I react to that do that, and I really enjoy that. So, but yeah, I mean, vocals, comedy, guitar, drums, that's all is all we all have different feelings about that. But I'm not saying he's a bad singer. I like most of his vocals, like I said, it was just that where he dropped down into the lower register, that part I really didn't care for. Hey, Mike, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Good to see I'm right in the middle of a reaction. Well, actually, on the lower end of it. I'm almost done with this reaction. Good to see you, man. That's what 2 weeks in a row now. Outstanding. And I got someone here from Germany, someone in Sweden. Outstanding. Oh, song's over. Um, so something else I really liked about that song. Let me get these headphones off so I can quit yelling at y'all. Something else I really liked about that song, surviving, is better than giving up, rolling over. That's all we can do sometimes, buddy. Another thing I really liked about that song is it wasn't cookie cutter, but it still had kind of a familiar, it almost had like a Beatles feel to it. So I really like that. Uh, And the odd thing about me saying I really like that is I'm not a big Beatles fan, but the Beatles songs that I do like, I really like. And that kind of had the vibe from one of the songs that I actually like off of it, from the Beatles. So that was a good suggestion, dude. I appreciate that. I always worry about some kid showing up going, "Hey, react to this," and it's his friend, and it's super shitty. I mean, if I don't like a song, I'm going to tell you, but I hate when people ask me to react to really horrible music. Is anybody getting snow? We're not getting snow here. It's way too cold to snow here. We got some flurries yesterday. We got what I call Texas snow. It's white, but it's like little ice pebbles. Well, we haven't broke the freezing in 2 days now, or haven't gotten above freezing in 2 days. Let me look. Oh, we're above freezing right now. I don't have access to this feature. Oh, my mouse scooted over. Man, it's been horrible here, dude. And yesterday, that wind was blowing so hard it went right through you. It just, I'm a wuss when it comes to cold weather. I think we're supposed to get up to 50 tomorrow. It's been terrible the last 2 days. I can't really complain because it doesn't last long here in Texas. We get like maybe a week's worth of really cold weather, and that's not even every winter. Anybody got anything interesting going on? Mm-mm-mm. Is the delay that bad? I was watching my earrings in the camera just in case you're wondering why I was shaking like that. We got people showing up. We got to talk. Try to get those blue dots on my eyes. Ah, look at my blue eyes. Oh. And that blue tint stuff makes that stuff show up really big on my glasses. Don't everybody talk at once. Ah. Did anybody watch that reaction I did for Red Clay Strays? Oh, missed the song you reacted. Oh, it was Gravity Blues by Geese. That's the one I just reacted to. It's interesting. It's not yelling at you or anything like that. I enjoyed that. The genre that I listen to the most is like 80s. I usually say 80s metal, but 80s in general. I love 80s music, but I also love the 70s. But I listen to a little of everything. A lot of country from 70s and 80s. Well, 60s and back to the 50s. There's certain rap that I like. I like disco, and a lot of people hate that about me, but I like disco. I like Easy Listening. I like Air Supply and Barry Manilow. I literally listen to everything, but the one I listen to the most is 80s music. I love 80s metal, but I love 80s music in general. Like I like Culture Club, all that stuff. My band hated when I would tell people that because we were a metal band. You're not supposed to like that kind of shit. I gotta watch how much I say that. I got in trouble a couple of weeks ago. Even though I'm supposed to be allowed to say it, I didn't get in trouble. They just cut my funding, so to speak. Yeah. I mean, that was such a great decade for music. I mean, there were people, they literally invented instruments to make new music. But yeah, the 80s music all the way around was just great. All versions, all genres of music was great in the 80s. And it's like everybody was just going hog wild. They were super creative, trying all this different stuff. And it's not that everything was great, but there's just so much good music that came out of the 80s. I guess I should be looking at the camera, not just above it. There's nothing above it but a wire and a wall. So I don't know why I was doing that. I don't know if y'all noticed, but I noticed. The rule of thumb is you're supposed to look into the camera so it looks like you're looking at people. But usually if I break in because I sing all the time. So if I randomly break in a song, I would say 97% of the time it's something from the 80s. Well, that ran some people off. This guy likes the 80s. I'm out of here. Good. That's probably not so good as a live streamer. That all I care about is a good conversation. I don't care how many people stay, as long as we're having a good conversation. So when people show up and leave, it doesn't really bother me. King Gizzard. See, that's what I think. Mike, let me see what this guy's talking about. Oh, I'm assuming it's a guy. Usually females don't come here and hang out. King Gizzard. The Lizard Wizard. Wow, I'm using 1 million views in 7 months. Wow. I have no idea who that is. Huh. Interesting. Oh no, my camera's getting blurry. Or is my vision's going out? I have a tumor. Oh! Not really. It's the camera. Just wait, Logitech. Your days are numbered. I've never heard this guy. I don't think. He doesn't look familiar. The name of his songs don't look familiar. Huh. Cobra Spell. Oh, I like Cobra Spell. Hey, ain't Cobra Spell from Sweden? Yes, they are. Yeah, I've never heard of King Gizzard either. I haven't heard him, but I have heard of Cobra Spell. I've actually reacted to them. They're from Sweden. Do you know who Cobra Spell is? That's metal. Here, let me click on one of this guy's videos. Because now you got my curiosity up. Because he don't look metal, which I know you shouldn't judge people that way. Let's see. Sleep Drifter. Let me check this out. I'm not going to do a full reaction. I just want to see what he's about. That's an interesting guitar he's playing there. Huh. That's something I could listen to, but that's not the kind of metal I was talking about. Yeah, that's not what I was talking about. That's something I would probably listen to while I was tripping. Oh, I mean, yeah, I guess I just have to leave it at that. I don't think I'm not allowed to say that word. I'm not allowed to describe or say what caused that. It's weird all the rules I have to follow. The big creators don't have to do that, but little guys like me. Oh, about from King Lizard or King Gizzard. I'm sorry. I like gizzards. I used to before I quit eating meat. Rattlesnake. Oh, okay. That's a little better. Yeah, but that's still not the kind of music that I listen to. I mean, I would listen to that. It's not that I hate it, but that's not the kind of metal that I'm talking about. But yeah, but that's not the kind of stuff. That's something I could listen to, but that's not the kind of stuff I listen to. Normally, I listen to like Accept, Scorpions, Wasp, Motley Crue, Kiss, Ozzy Osbourne, uh, King Cobra, Poison, Warrant, that kind of stuff. My phone vibrating? It sounded like my phone was blowing up. Yay. Oh, what the hell is that? Oh, the weather app. um, what else? Iron Maiden. I think I said, well, Black Sabbath, but Ronnie James Dio, Fastway, Motorhead, that. You realize the Scorpions have been around as long as. No. I hate Led Zeppelin. I only like a few of their songs. ZZ Top, I listen to ZZ Top. Uh, I thought I was going to catch some hate. Somebody posted a link, it may have been here on Facebook. The most boring band you ever saw live, ZZ Top. I actually left because they were so boring. They sounded great. They're one of the tightest bands ever live, but they are the most boring. Just stand there. I couldn't stand that, so we left. Uh, yeah, I hate Led Zeppelin. I like 4 or 5 of their songs. I'm saying their songs because they're known for them, but 2 of them aren't even their songs. They stole them. I can't. I shouldn't say I hate Led Zeppelin. I think they're way overrated. That's what I should say. Oh, I can take my headphones off so I can quit yelling at y'all. I keep waiting to get attacked in one of my live streams for saying I don't like Led Zeppelin. Yeah, they sound fantastic. And that was when I made that comment, I was waiting for to catch hate, and every single person that responded said the same thing, or except for maybe one. He didn't say anything negative. He was surprised, but everybody else said the same thing, that they left because they were boring. I've seen a few bands like that. Who's that band? It was a newer band. We went to a festival and we were excited to see one of the bands, but they're all musicians. They're not entertainers. So they literally just stood there. I don't like that. I want to be entertained. Gary, what's up, buddy? Oh, the crowd should go. Oh, I meant to have it in here. I wasn't sure if you'd show up. You should expect a package. I got to get it packaged up and mailed out. Got a surprise coming from you. Or to you, not from you, to you. How are you doing today, buddy? I mean, you're here, so obviously upright. Yeah, what? I farted in a sandwich bag, sealed it up really good. So, yeah, Gary. Yeah. I'm glad y'all are here. Speck was here. He's probably busy. He normally keeps us all in the background. Glad y'all are here. And this new person, Archintonic. Is that how you say that? I hope I'm saying your name correctly. Jumped right in when nobody else was talking. Jumped right in. That was good. Came early. I plan on doing Gary, you'll be interested. I plan on doing a Bandmade reaction tomorrow. I don't think I've reacted to that song. They released a song yesterday. I don't think I've reacted to it. Oh, I started to ask her, did any of you watch the Red Clay Strays reaction that I released yesterday? Man, that was good. And that song is probably the closest I've gotten to jumping up and down and carrying on. Oh, no way, man. Oh, that is bad news. Oh, man, I'm sorry to hear that, Gary. Damn. I know he's in a lot of pain. Man, I hate to hear that. I'll have to email him later. But yeah, that Red Clay Strays, definitely worth checking out. That's the closest. Gary, my mom said hi. She's glad to see you and that she's praying for Brandy. She'll see whatever you say. No, don't hold your breath. Breathe it all in. It's vacuum packed. So you'll have to open the package that's in it. Can you feel the love tonight? She made it a little different than normal, but it is actually deer jerky. So, but I keep trying to say, that Red Clay Strays, that's the closest I've gotten to jumping up and down and acting like a dumbass. That song had me going. I was really close to doing one of those, the phony reactions I make fun of. I'm not going to say his name, but I was real close to acting like one of them. That song had me going. I've got, I think, 5 more of their songs scheduled, not all at once, but I got 5 more songs. I think it's 5 more. And I was told one of them is a darker song, so I'm kind of interested in that. But yeah, that song had me going. And the first song, I know none of y'all are going to listen to, but holy cow. Keith Urban and Nicole Kidman's daughter, Mae Estes, I think's her name. My favorite country music is from the 70s and 80s. That's the style of music she does. Oh, speaking of that, right before I went live, my internet went out for a few seconds. So if I disappear and I don't come back, that's why. I didn't ask for them to run this 5G fiber optic stuff that they're running. They didn't even put it to a vote. They just started doing it. If they could do it without screwing up our yards, our water lines, and busting up our internet, I wouldn't care. And they're going around ruining people's yards. They busted 3 or 4 main water lines since they've been doing it. Oh, but anyways, yeah, that Mae Estes, that was outstanding. That was good country music. I did her reaction first, and then I did Red Clay Strays, and wow. So tomorrow I have LA Guns, Taste It, Bandmade, Kubi Protestant, whatever the hell that is, Key Glock, Polo G, and Freeze the Fall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, that's 6. I'm going to try to pump out 6 tomorrow. Freeze the Fall, I really like that band, and they actually watch my reactions. So every time they release something, I react to them. One of their fans emails me every time they're getting ready to release a song or they release a song. But I really like them. They're a 3-piece band. They do really good. All young. So I really like them. So LA Guns, Bandmade, Kubi Protestant, Key Glock, Polo G, and Freeze the Fall. That's what I'm reacting to, Gary. That is the song I'm going to react to. I have not heard it yet, but that's the song I'm going to react to. Oh, yeah, but I could decipher what you're typing, Gary. We're good. And I guess as long as you misspell stuff, YouTube doesn't block you, so or remove your comment. So good stuff. You know, I drink about 5 of these of water a day. About 5 of those, 5 or 6 cups of coffee, and 1 glass of tea. Woohoo! Make that 0.003 cents. Probably about the equivalent of half a finning. I know they don't use finnings, the single finnings anymore, but well, he's done music with Alison Krauss, and he should really stop singing. I like Alison Krauss. I think they did a whole album together. I think that's what it was. But I guess if somebody asked me to, but I wouldn't willingly pick it out to do. He's one of those guys that's, you know, like Stephen Pearcy. Stephen Pearcy can't sing worth a damn anymore either, but he's still out there getting paid to do it. I don't think Robert does it as much as he used to, but I mean, if somebody asked me to, I mean, I reacted to a gospel song and it went well. You know, I just realized the other day I have a callus buildup here on my thumb from driving my lift. I didn't want that. My body has been modified from driving a lift. A forklift, not an elevator. Got to clarify because we are multi-continental here. That sucks. I can't get it to go away. It's permanent. And I know people can't see it, and it's like, well, Bob, it can't be that big of a deal. But when I reach down and touch it, it bothers me. It doesn't hurt. This bothers me. You know, like we came here to talk about music and stuff, dude, not your damn thumb. That's the way it goes sometimes. So, Gary, I guess honestly, if he released a country song and somebody asked me to react to it, I would. Well, he wasn't happy at first, but afterwards, when he saw how fast he could run and that I used to be able to do that really good. I can't do that. I got in trouble in football practice in Bamberg, Germany for doing that. I didn't have a blocking dummy. I was a defensive tackle. And Coach Ballon said, just pretend like you had one. And when I made that $6 million man noise, he said, you think that's funny? And made me run laps. And I had to do that the whole time I was running laps. I only did it when I ran past him so he could hear me. Well, that's how they did the illusion. Hey, speaking of the $6 million man, you do know that that crash in the very beginning was real. The pilot who actually had that crash, he didn't get robot parts, but that was a real crash. And speaking of him, I can't believe I can't think of his name right now. But in the Fall Guy, that when in the opening credit, in the opening segment, oh well, there you go. See, but the opening credits of the Fall Guy, when that yellow car drives into the train, that's the end of a movie called Dirty Mary and Crazy Larry. I love that movie. And what was best, that was the end of the movie. And what was perfect is they had just got away, and Peter Fonda looked over his shoulder to talk to his buddy in the back seat and said, "Ain't nothing going to stop us now." And they hit the train. I thought it was the perfect ending to a movie. It wasn't a happy ending. You weren't expecting that because nothing's going to stop them now. Told you I like nerdy stuff. I like to know all that kind of stuff. Should probably slow up on that water. I might have to take a piss break if I don't. Wouldn't that be something? Well, yeah, you would think, because as much martial arts as I know, I'm not comparing myself to Chuck Norris, but if I had a choice of using a gun over karate, guess what I choose? My father-in-law loved Walker Texas Ranger. I've watched a lot of Walker Texas Ranger, and guess who is not a fan of Walker Texas Ranger? That's right, it's me. I like Green Acres. I like the Andy Griffith Show. I'm on my, I don't remember how many times I've watched Rules of Engagement, but I'm on my way through the series again. Am I running people off? They're not even giving me thumbs up before they leave. They could just come and give me a thumbs up and leave. YouTube likes that. Man, that fan is loud. Can y'all hear my new computer? That fan is loud. It's a gaming computer. I'm not using it for gaming. Works great for videos. My watch. I like my watch. First time I've had, since I was a kid, this is the first time I've had a watch that I have to wind. So I have to remind myself twice a day to wind it. We don't care about your watch, Bob. Well, I'm just talking. Oh, yeah, it probably is past your bedtime. TJ Hooker. Now, TJ Hooker I liked. Yeah, I did like TJ Hooker. But I liked all those corny cop shows like that. I liked Adam 12, Chips. Oh, Mike, I don't know if you know, there's a Facebook group, I think it's called Pictures of Bamberg or something like that. Kind of, kind of something like that. Starsky and Hutch, Kojak. Yeah, I like both of those too. Uh, and Beretta. I liked Beretta. I did not like the Streets of San Francisco. I was okay with Dragnet. uh, but this group uh, is weird. They post a lot of pictures of the post being converted. But this one guy, and I think he friended me. I think he sent me a friend invite, and I accepted his friend invite. Uh, he takes some pretty good pictures of Bamberg. I like seeing those, especially when it's places I've been, which I did a lot of traveling around Bamberg. I looked at the on oh, the about 40 being the new 60. Yeah. There's some stuff I post that actually makes me laugh, and then when nobody laughs at it, I'm like, "Oh, man, what the hell?" Hey, thank you. Is Izuki? Is that how you say your name? I wanna make sure I'm saying it correct. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Woo! I always try to say people's names correctly. I don't always do it, but I try really hard. That's cool. Um, I know, ain't that weird? I mean, y'all do it, but I figure it's because y'all know me. um, what was I saying? Oh, I looked up the place where we used to live before we got on post housing in Bamberg. We lived in a small town called Troisdorf. Um, so I can find it on Google Maps. I think they turned over the building that we lived in back to the people. I don't know if it's off post housing anymore, but it still looks pretty much the same, except they covered the parking area. Weird thing is I can't see the cemetery. There's a cemetery about 2 blocks from where I lived. It was a big one. That one don't show it doesn't show up on Google Maps, and I'm sure they didn't just dig everybody up and move them. I know it sounds weird that I looked there, but there's a funny not everybody would find it funny, but there's something funny that happened one time there. The town Troisdorf was cool because there was only one street that ran through the town. So there was only one way in and one way out. Well, I mean, you could go straight through. I really liked living there. Oh yeah, I know. I've seen some of it. I don't know how real it is, but saw one of 2 guys that had just finished playing butt darts. Oh, dude, that would be dope. I would. Oh, that would be awesome, Mike. I would. You don't know how much I'd appreciate that. That would be awesome. Um, yeah, I knew the whole post had been turned. Oh, I don't know why I didn't think about it. The whole post was turned over. There's a few videos on YouTube where people actually drove through the post after it was closed, but they hadn't started redoing it yet. But yeah, I didn't even think about that. That's dumb of me to say. Well, I don't think the post is closed. Of course, there's no off post housing. Uh, but yeah, I so miss the whole experience. I even like when we first moved there. We lived in a little farming community called Rootlois. I love that one. Um, uh, I can't remember exactly what it is, but I know exactly where it's at. I lived in the same building as the Metters did. So not the building right behind the high school, the building across the street. I lived in the first stairwell, the third floor. I lived in the third floor. Frank Height's girlfriend lived across from me. Chris Metters and Mike Metters and Stacy Metters lived on the second floor down. Yes, Mike and Stacy and their younger brother Chris. I can't drive, but I use Google Maps to try Brandy's. Well, look at you, Gary. Yeah, I actually use Google Maps a lot more than I like to admit. I've gotten lazy, but that works really well. Yeah, Mike, I stay in touch with Stacy, Chris. Randomly, we're best friends. We randomly speak. Oh, really? Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, she doesn't talk a whole lot. She'll talk to me. She doesn't talk a whole lot, but we visit every now and then. I seen Mike. I made his wife ordered some pins from me, and they happened to be here at Fort Hood visiting. So I met them and gave them to him. It was good to see Mike. I hadn't seen him and got a. Oh, that's cool. See, when we left Germany, we went to Fort Lewis, and they were already there, and I just happened to be walking down the street, and they both yelled at me. Hey, I had some lunch stuck in my teeth. Sure did. Have I been sitting here that whole time with shit stuck in my teeth? Damn it. Well, that would be weird. Look at you, Mike. You're killing them, man. I don't know why the other day. Remember that song? I can't think of the name of the band. It was a hit. It's been a while now. It's called Porn Star Dancing. Yeah, we did not have internet back then. Matter of fact, the last year I was in Germany, I was one of the kids who passed the test high enough to take what they called computer math. We did it on an Atari 400. It didn't have a mouse. It had a turtle. Deidre, I appreciate you stopping by to say hi. How are you doing? It's been a while. I hope you're doing as well as you can be. Very nice of you to stop by and say hi to everyone, including me. But the computer math, the Atari 400, it had a turtle, and you had to give it instructions. You had to enter coordinates to tell it to turn and stuff. Boy, we thought we were the snazzy. Mark, whoa! Look at this. Everybody's showing up. Outstanding. We got some new friends here. When I say old friends, I don't mean, well, we all know how old we are. Yeah, I definitely spec when the Commodore 64 came out. I was like, wow, look at this. This is high tech compared to the Atari 400. I did the Van Halen logo as a class project because it was almost all straight. Well, not almost. It was all straight lines, and it was easier to order the. Oh, speaking of hockey, did you see that ass kicking the Canadian hockey team got? I bet they won't boo the American national anthem again. Oh, I love that. Wow. I haven't seen a Commodore 64 since my dad had one. And that was a long time ago. I think I was 18 or 19. Well, they booed while it was playing. That's still disrespectful. Precious, hey, how you doing? Popped in, getting back to work. Thanks for popping in. That's all I ask you to. Are you sure you don't follow me on any other social media, Precious Miller? Because you seem to know the rules. Because I ask people, even if you just drop in and say hey, drop in and say hey. And you seem to do that. Oh, she added ST to the end of her name. Bye, Precious. Have a good day. But yeah, Mike, even if they weren't booing the national anthem, booing during the national anthem, that's just disrespectful. Oh, man, all these people dropping in. I love this. Yeah, I've never overclocked mine. I considered it once, but I really don't need my computers to be overclocked. I'm good. Yes, yes. To to have that happen. Oh wow! I believe the final is today, Mike. Um, yeah, spec. I and the only reason I upgrade my computers is because of the video stuff that I do. They start getting gunked up and slowing down, and hopefully this is going to last me a lot longer. And I hooked up I got a terabyte of external hard drive, so I'm keeping all my video stuff on that. So hopefully it'll keep my computer from getting gunked up. I delete my video stuff, but it still messes it up somehow. But hell yeah, if I saw a Commodore 64 at a garage sale for $5, I'd buy it. I like having that stuff. I think I told you all a while back. It's still hooked up in the living room right now. Me and Savannah were playing our Dreamcast for a while. As long as it's been sitting in the closet, not being used, it plugged up and played just fine. It kind of starts getting a little bumpy, like when you're playing Crazy Taxi, something that's got a lot of graphics and action going on, and a soundtrack. It didn't do it when we first started playing, but now it kind of does. But all the other games play just fine. Sonic, all that stuff. Ah. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I'll buy out on this for nostalgic reasons. Yeah, I've noticed that too, Gary. That a lot of the retro stuff are making comebacks, and I don't mean the new shit that they're selling disguised as retro, the actual retro stuff. Yeah. What I want to find, because I regret that I ever got rid of it, but I was late teens, needed some party money. My parents bought me and my brother's got stolen while we were in Bamberg right after we got it. But one of the original Walkmans that was in an all metal case, had individual volume sliders, came with an external power pack because it ran on double A's, but it had a power pack that held 2 D size batteries that you could plug in. And it came in a leather case. I should have never got rid of that. I'm stupid for doing it, but when you're young and dumb and need money for party favors, you do stupid stuff. Yeah. I actually, and man, that's what I was going to talk about the other day. Uh, they're really expensive, but I want an old school pinball machine, not quite 60s, 70s, maybe late 70s, early 80s. I think later on in the 90s, we had pinball machines at the club where I worked, where a pinball machine, they would rotate out with different ones. They're okay, but I think they try to do too much with pinball machines. So I like them in the late 70s to the late 80s models, but I would really like to have one of those. I know my wife will tell me before I can have one, I got to get rid of some of the shit that I keep around here, anyways, which I get. Yeah, exactly. Spec that, yeah, those old, and there's nothing like the sound of that when you get a free game. I love that. Uh, well, actually, I guess I should say I would want two, because I want one where it still had the mechanical rolling numbers, and then I want a digital one, because those early digital ones with the dot matrix, those were pretty cool. Yes, back before they were run by computers, exactly. Because that was dope, man. And if you shook it too hard, you'd tilt. That challenge of getting just the right bump into it. But absolutely, I've always wanted that. I've had two friends that's had pinball machines. My best friend had a really old school one, and then another friend of mine had an old school, but not as old school as that one. And they didn't understand. I would stand there and play for hours if nobody bothered me. But I love, love, love those. But every time I look, even broken ones, the ones I found online are like stupid. I keep hoping to like go to an estate sale or a garage sale and somebody be like, I just want this damn thing out of my garage. Yeah, I'm not bad with two. That's going to sound really bad, and YouTube's probably going to hit me for that one. I'm really good with two balls. More than that, and that's all I really concentrate on, I guess, because I'm familiar with having to. Uh, but yeah, I've played pinball machines where it drops a whole bunch of balls out, and you can do that for a few seconds. But the main thing I concentrate on is just two of them. I can keep two in play pretty well. I am a two ball man. I think I had a third one at birth, but I lost it somewhere along the way. Actually, it took mine a long time to drop. They were like getting nervous. I guess they were so big they were stuck. um, no, I've saved them from going down by bumping it, but not when it's behind the flipper. No, I don't think I've ever done that. In all fairness, there was a lot of booze and harder stuff between then and when I quit. So I can't say 100% no, but I'm fairly sure no. I would think that would be something I would remember. But I woke up with a lot of people I didn't know who they were. So, and in places not knowing how I got there. So I don't know. I can't say with 100% accuracy. Hey, thank those of you that gave me thumbs up. Yes. Yes. Um, those fancy powders you smell off of mirrors. Smelling powders, good for the sinuses. Well, turns out they're not as good as I thought they were. But fortunately, I stay on my nose, so I'm good to go. That screws me up, this being mirrored. Oh, here, let me show y'all this since y'all are here. You should be able to see it. This is how well they know me at work. I didn't get left a normal note like most people do. If you can't read the handwriting, let me know. We had a very important job to do today. So this note was attached to the job. I love that. Especially since at most jobs they're all worried and they coddle the employees. I'm not that guy. Oh, you can't read it? Okay. I'll read it to you, but I'll have to leave out a word. It's the word that I'm not supposed to say on YouTube. Yes. Yes. All right. So it says, this is the only one we have, and the customer needs it quick. Do not it up. But I took a picture of it. I love that. It made me laugh when I saw that. So I get to work at 4 o'clock in the morning. So I walk in, and that's the first thing I saw. I should have took a picture of what I was engraving. But I love that. It made me laugh so hard. No pressure, because it was made out of wood. So if I screwed it up and they needed it ASAP. But not blow it up. Oh, no, rhymes with duck. That's duck with a D, YouTube. But I was super cautious. And what screwed me up was I keep templates of all the jobs that I do. Yeah, good morning, sunshine. I keep templates of all the jobs I do. It makes stuff easier. So this particular item, I have a template for. But this particular item was 3 inches bigger, which changes all the diameter and the height of my template. So I got the base part, which was round. That was easy to do, but it was an ordnance bomb. So the ordnance bomb, for you non-military people, has a flame around it. And most people are just good with the outline, but this customer wanted the lines through it as it is on their crest. So we haven't done that. So I had to take and create the lines with the laser, make sure that I could follow it, trace it as well as it could, then make them bigger so it would go. Yes, Bob flirting with losing. I lost it 2 weeks ago and I didn't say anything bad. Yes, it was definitely, I am definitely a boundary pusher. uh, One of my friends asked me how I get away with saying he asked me here in the chat, how I get away with what I do on Facebook. I walk you up to the door. It's your choice to walk in the dirty door or the clean door. So as long as I get you there, a lot of people naturally make it dirty. Or there's clean ways to say dirty stuff. I don't know if I can say it on here. I have a catchphrase that I don't use as much now as I used to use, but my mom went through this phase of wanting me and my brother to stop cussing. So when she heard me say my catchphrase, It's okay, Gary. You get another chance, buddy. Walk it in the wall, shake it off, and decide dirty door or clean door. So I said my catchphrase in medical terms, and she said, "That's gross. I'd rather hear you say the other thing." I don't, and I'm afraid if I said it here that I don't want to lose my monetization again. It's not that I lose it. They call it restricting it. They have to find advertisers that don't mind my conversations. But I don't like seeing that orange light going, now, Bob. Man, y'all make this so much fun. Hey, Mark, I don't think you were here earlier. Did you watch that reaction I did for Red Clay Strays? Keith, what is up, buddy? Yes, for unlawful carnal knowledge. That is exactly right. Gary, I have been weird my entire life. So she tried really hard in the beginning, and then she just realized that's who he is. She was real strict on us saying GD and the F word when we were younger. All the other words we could probably pretty much get away with. But she realized it's just who I am. That's how I talk. I've probably been weird most people's entire life. Oh, Gary, my mom said it was not easy, which I'm probably the reason she has silver hair, or at least a large part of it. Oh, maybe that's why I lost I think I said that 2 weeks ago. I'm not saying that again. How are you doing, Keith? You having a good day, buddy? Man, we got people from all over. I love this. And it's all friends and it's all talkers. I got Mickey stuck in my head right now. Better now that it's over. I'm hoping you're talking about your day. I think I have to draw another logo in the morning. I'm really good at it, but man. See, a lot of people will send us their logos and it's all pixeled, so I have to redraw it so that the laser can read it. I think I told you all that before. I redrew one the other day. I got to do another one. Always like that phrase, but I've never been a Miller guy. I can drink Miller Lite. I can, but I'm not a big Miller beer fan. And then when people find out the beer I drink, they're like, well, that's piss water too. Well, yeah, most American beer is piss water. But after you get 3 or 4 or 5 down, it's all right. Yes. Yes. Well, I'm not Wisconsin, but I can't drink Budweiser. I can drink Bud Light, but I can't drink Budweiser. Because if I get... Oh. Gary, my mom wanted you to see how I made her hair. She's a little blurry. She's not wearing any pants. She didn't want me to tell you that part. The video's been frozen? What the hell? Oh, not my video, just your video. Mark. Sorry, buddy. Take care, Mark. I gotta tell Mark bye. And Mom, it won't do you any good to say anything because I'm not going to tell him what you say now. But yeah, Budweiser, if I get drunk on just regular Bud, I have to plan my entire next day within running distance of the toilet. I don't know why. It's always done that. But Bud Light, I could drink. I like Coors Light better than Coors. But I learned in my band days when we would have to scrape together money to go buy several cases of beer, we'd buy whatever was on sale so we had more to play quarters with. But after 4 or 5, see, this is what I've worked so hard, and this is why I'm so cautious on my other social media when I say something about my live stream. I've got a great community here. I love the fact that we're all here. We all have fun. And yes, me and Mike actually know each other in real life. And occasionally other people that I know in real life will come in, but I feel like I know all of you in real life, not just internet. So I work really hard to keep that. I don't want it getting screwed up. Occasionally, when we get somebody in here, I just kick them out because I don't want anybody ruining what we've got, because negative people are like a cancer. So I work really hard to maintain the community that we've built here. But that's why I like this. We all have a good time, jokes, whatever we're talking about. It's a good time. And even when we talk about serious shit, nobody gets upset. You got kicked offline. Sorry, Keith. I had nothing to do with that, buddy. Nothing. That was not me. Yeah. I love that. And I guard it closely. Oh, of course I'm looking out for y'all. I wouldn't want y'all to get messed up. Or our community, anyways. Because it's nice. I look forward to this. Every Thursday, I look forward to this. Even, what was it, last week that I was late because I was asleep and forgot? But I have to go to Omart tomorrow to buy carrots. Okay, Deirdre, do you need it here? Or you know how to get a hold of me. So, but if you need it here, let me know. Or go ahead and ask. But if you need it private, you know how to get in touch with me. And as soon as I get done here, I will respond to you. Yeah, Gary, that's true. Almost everybody drops in. I think what it does, I think most people will drop in and they kind of get the vibe on what's going on. And they realize really quick, don't do that. But then you get those, once in a while, we get that individual that will drop in here and just be a total one of those. I'm hoping you heard me, Deidre. You know I'll respond to you. So So it's private advice. Like I said, when I get done here, I will check it out. Gary, my mom said thanks. If she tried it, usually she'll try to deny when I say something weird or defend herself. Huh. Y'all are making this fly by. Damn. We got 39 minutes left. It don't even feel like that. Okay. Gary, you didn't have to say it. We all assumed it. But yeah, Deidre, as soon as I get done with this, I will check your message. Gary, you're funny, buddy. No, I can't. My chest hurts. My workout kicked my ass today. Today was chest day. Ow. Pain, pain, pain. Wait, and for clarification, Gary, he's telling you not to say the previous comment, not stop it already. Stop it already is something you definitely want to say a lot in jail. I will. I will let you know. We'll be here. That's something I really liked when we lived in Germany. We could leave our beer on our balcony. Don't do it on the first floor because it'll disappear. But second floor, you talking about for me to check out, Keith? Because I know we were talking earlier. I'm doing a Bandmade reaction tomorrow. That just dropped yesterday, and Freeze the Fall just released a new one. I'm doing that. I think all the other stuff is kind of old, but people asked me to react to it, so I'm doing that. Keith, I don't know if you were here earlier when I asked. If you have not watched my reaction to the Red Clay Strays, watch that. All right, even if you don't watch my reaction, see the name of the song and go watch that video. I am digging that band big time. I was telling them that's the closest I've got to jumping up and down, acting like one of them dumbass phony reactors. And it's a gospel song at that. I know. Yeah, they are young, Gary. Yep. They always crack me up because they always call me sir, which I get. I'm not, but they always call me sir when they message me. Oh, I'm sure that looks sexy on camera. I'm too sexy for my yawns. Too sexy for my yawns. So sexy, I yawn. I took a shower for this. I took a shower because I needed one. LA Guns! No, we do not. And even if you tell people to call you that, they won't. And I don't know that I would want to be called Sir Bob anyways. Kind of goes along with your not shying away from a-holes. Yeah, the other day when I was getting my wife cigarettes, they card you no matter what here. And she jokingly said, "Gotta make sure I was old enough." I'm like, I'm 3 times the legal age. And I don't even smoke. Coming up on 3 years already. I'm quite proud of myself. I don't even get the urge. Don't even miss it. This last time I smoked, I didn't like smoking anyways. Up until that point, I loved it. I didn't want to quit. I did a couple of times, but this last time I wanted to quit. I was done. I was over it. So now I can breathe. Oh wait, I said we don't have knighthoods. We kind of do. If you LARP, you can be knighted. It's not an official title, but your little gang of people that you hang out with at the park will call you that. Then we're going to stop talking? I was having so much fun. Okay. Well, my wife made it this time, so I'll have to ask her. She said this one's a little tougher than we normally make it. It's more like jerky. Normally our jerky's softer, but I'll ask her what she used because she did it all. She did it all on her own. I had nothing to do with it this time. Yes, the wife who is an awesome cook. Hey, wait a minute. Indicates you might have some doubt in my skills. Maybe I won't send you jerky. Maybe I'll just send you the other thing in the empty jerky bag so that you can smell what you could have had. Yeah, that's it. See how funny you are then, funny guy. uh, I'm all right. I don't compare to her. I can survive, but she makes eating quite pleasurable. I am really not as pale as this camera is making me look. I got to get rid of that and a few other ones. Oh my. Put some lotion. Skin's dry. It gets that way every time during the winter. Super dry. We're on a downhill slide, boys and girls. Oh, all boys. Just used to saying that. What happened, y'all? Man, that's cruel. You could give him at least one. Give him, when you go see him, you just take 2 pieces and go, here, I'll give you half of what he gave me. He won't even know. He's not watching the video, so he won't know that you got more. I don't know how much more, because she vacuum packed it. She did everything. She vacuum packed it. I told her I wanted some for you. So she vacuum packed some so that I can send it to you. She's awesome like that. Yeah, that's the smart way to do it. You go see him and you have 2 pieces. Here, I'll give you half, brother. A Samsung Galaxy phone. Wow, why are they advertising on my videos? I use iPhone. You're a loving brother. Well, maybe Samsung should consider giving me a phone, and then I would talk about them. But it's nice they're showing the commercials. Let's see it at 0.003 cents. Takes 100, so it'd be 300. So I need to make 300 to make $1. Oh, not really. I mean, I keep my phones. I've never broken one. I almost broke one. What was that? What was that called? It was before I went to iPhone. Was it the BlackBerry Fire or the Motorola Fire? It was kind of like a, design-wise, I think it was kind of like a iPhone. It had touchscreen, but it was a piece of shit. I almost threw it out the window while me and my daughter were driving down the road, and I almost threw it out the window of my truck. I had a truck back then. I have a truck now. And she kept me from doing it. But I rolled the window down to throw it out the window. I think I had 2 Blackberries. Oh, I had a Nokia. That was our first phone, was a Nokia. It had a little shitty screen and a little shitty snake game that came with it, but I played it because I was in college at the time. Not a kid college. I didn't go to college. I was in my 30s, late 30s. But while I was waiting for class, I would always play that snake game. But yeah, I think we had a couple of Nokias. And I remember when it went to the flip phone. Oh, I lied. I did break one of my phones. It was one of my first flip phones. I had it in my pants pocket, and I wasn't thinking. We're out at my parents' house, and I jumped in their swimming pool. And I was just floating in the pool. And when other people came out, somebody dove down to the bottom of the pool and came out with the phone and said, "Hey, I found a phone." I was like, "Oh no." Yeah, I've had a few of those old-fashioned phones where you actually made calls. Yeah, I think our first Nokias, I don't know that we could text. I think we just called and played games. I don't remember. Oh, wait, maybe we did. Maybe we did text. It seems like our first phone or two did not do text. I think it was just phone calls. I could be wrong. It was a long time ago. Huh. I'm not sure, Gary. Why can't my camera just stay that color? Other than the fact that it's a piece of crap. Hey, if any webcam people are watching this, I could use a good webcam. I'd do commercials for you. I'd wear a t-shirt for you. Oh, that's not fair, Gary. Why can't I count smoke signals as texting? It was still sending a message through the air. I don't think I could check the weather until I got my first iPhone, I think. I'm trying to remember. I can't remember. Was it a BlackBerry Fire or Nokia Fire? I mean, a Motorola Fire. I can't remember which one that phone. Who made that phone? I really liked flip phones.
I'm home.
Hi, sweetie pie.
Hi.
How was today?
Good.
Good. I'm almost done.
Okay.
Love you.
Okay.
Huh. Wow. I like when people ask questions where I actually have to think. I don't like when I can't remember. I like when I actually have to think. Gary said hi, Savannah. And everybody said hi, Savannah. I think she's getting her snack, so she just got home from school. But I will tell her. Germany's not considered third world, Mike. I don't think. I don't consider it third world. Huh. I really can't. I can't remember when we started sending text. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Okay, Mike. I think what it is, the reason I took it that way is I'm distracted trying to remember on Gary's question or comment. Yeah, that was a good thing, Keith. A charge would last you forever back then, but you have all that shit going on in the backgrounds like you do now. Um, uh, well, the picture, I think I still have it on my phone. Well, that's not it. Um, did I delete it? Huh. I had a picture on here that I downloaded off of Facebook. Oh, there it is. I can't remember which BlackBerry that is. That's when I broke a couple of ribs. Oh, absolutely. That was the BlackBerry. I think that was the last BlackBerry that I had. I didn't know I didn't know I had done that I cracked those ribs. I was driving fence post out at my parents' house, and my ribs kept stinging, and I happened to realize what I had done. But that was my BlackBerry a long time ago. You would hope so. Anyways, with my luck, it would be somebody who did not. I don't believe in cell phones. Me and my wife, when we first started dating, we were just pups. I was 20. Well, this is not when we very first started dating because I think I was 26 here, so she was 21. Oh, that could come in handy, Gary. Look how quick. I know, right? Look how quick things change when you're riding bulls. One frame, the next frame. That was the first of the 2 times I got hurt doing it. When I landed on my elbow and it snapped my neck so hard, I almost passed out. I got tunnel vision. And the clown, which was right over here, was yelling at me to get up and run because he was coming back. The bull was coming back. I couldn't get my feet to work. I didn't get run over. I was okay. And then the last time I got hurt, I got my thumb. They call it hitching a ride. If you stick your thumb out like this, the bull actually comes up so far. He bent my thumb and made it touch my arm. And it still bothers me to this day. Yeah. Yeah, I got tired of riding him, so I was just trying to show off a little bit. Oh, I actually had one of those. I was helping someone clean out a house, and the brick. Well, actually, it was before the brick. It actually the phone itself came with a box that you set it on, and you pull the phone out to talk. I had one just because it was brand new, but they had it in their house. I don't know why they never used it, but so I was helping them clean out. Oh, I got it and let my kids play with it when we were little. When they were little. When we were little. When they were little. But yeah. Oh, no, I don't think so. I mean, I don't need it, so I don't think. I think the closest thing we have is Life Alert. It's a little necklace thing you wear, and you push the button. If you're not near a phone, you can push the button, and you could tell them what's wrong, and they'll send help to you. They know where you're at. Yeah, yeah. Those original cell phones were like that. So it's weird. So they made cell phones better, then crappier, and then yeah. So we have something similar. Yeah, I think it's called Life Alert or something like that. Screaming seems to help well, depending on where. You're waving your phone at them. I'm trying to talk to you. They're yelling back, I can't hear you. That delay's kind of bad today. Here, I thought y'all just weren't being talkative now. Yep. I was literally going to say that, Keith. Yep. Help, I've fallen and I can't get up. Help is on the way. Don't panic. What do you mean, don't panic? I'm alone and scared, asshole. I'm only saying it now. Watch me be in a situation one day where I'm hurt, I have no cell phone service, and I'm just going to be screaming, help, I've fallen and I can't get up. And there'll be nobody to hear me because I don't have one. Or I push the button and they go, hey, you're that Bob Sixx guy that made fun of us. I'm sorry. Click. We can't hear you. Your call may not be completed today. Can't believe my birthday's coming up in like 3 weeks. Well, less, just under 3 weeks. And Savannah's is 11 days after mine. And then my son's is April 23rd. My daughter's is October 30th. And Dawn's is November 25th. 28th? 28th. I said the wrong date. Breakfast cereal? I don't even eat cereal. I don't even eat breakfast. Hey, man, what's up? You slid in with 10 and a half minutes left. So you get credit for showing up. I'm outstanding. I couldn't be much better. I feel fantastic. Don't really look fantastic, but I feel fantastic. I bet if I felt as good as I looked, if I looked as good as I feel, I'd be a model or in the movies. I mean, technically, I am in movies. I'm sure they have me on Walmart security cameras. Look at that guy. Oh. Domino's loaded chicken. I don't eat that either. I don't really care. I mean, as long as they're showing commercials and I'm getting my little bit of, what, 0.03 of a cent? I guess I'd be surprised they showed something I actually like or use. Sometimes on some of my videos, I'll see commercials for like a local grocery store chain. I like that. Yeah. You'll be all right. The chaotic ones make the better ones just seem that much better. When you make it through it and you're like, oh, yeah. Oh, Mike, I meant to tell you because you complimented my German the other day. I follow a couple of channels on TikTok, actually, like 3 or 4, and they do German test. It's amazing how much German I really do remember. A lot of times I don't feel like my German's as good as it should be or used to be, but when I do these tests, I actually kick ass on them. Once in a while I'll miss, but it's usually only one that I'll miss on like a 5 to 10 question thing. Oh, that sucks, dude. That you got fired. Yeah, and I guess that reason makes it even worse, but yeah, getting fired sucks. I think the last time I got fired, I was in my 20s. You're too kind, Mike. I appreciate that. But yeah, it makes me feel good when I watch those, when I take those little tests and I'm like, look at me. Oh, I, I'm wondering if I'm in a situation like if when we make it there, yes, hair bob, I prefer that. Well, actually, I just prefer bob, but if when we make it to Germany, actually being in country, if it'll all come back natural, because that's part of why I learned German as good as I did was because we lived with the Germans, and even though they all spoke a little English, it was much easier and natural that we spoke German. There we go. uh, there you go. That's the attitude to have. Move on. But so since I learned better in that scenario, granted I was a kid, but I'm hoping that once I'm in that scenario, because I don't have to do it here. But yeah, positive thinking, move on and just know you're going to get something bigger and better and move on. That's the attitude to have. Yep, that's the way you look at it. There was one time when I used to work in a club because I told everybody I spoke German. They heard me speak German, but they never heard me speak German to a German. Some German people came in that were visiting relatives, and they couldn't speak English. And when people saw me speaking German, actually having conversations with them, they were kind of tripping, like, he wasn't lying. No, why would you say that you could do it and you can't? Wow, 4.5 minutes. Y'all have made this amazing. This has flown by. I was a little worried at first, started off a little shaky, but man, y'all came through. It's been a blast. That's why I really, like I said, that's why I'm so protective over this community that we have here, because it is fun. Not arguing, just good talk, good conversations. It'd be better if it responded a little quicker, not so laggy. Oh, it's because of y'all. I mean, if I just sit here by myself, it's not okay. People don't stay and watch me very long talking to myself because I do talk to myself. When nobody's here, I have to say something because I don't think very many people have watched that. Maybe I should try that. The next time, if like there's 3 or 4 people here and nobody's talking, if I just act like I fell asleep, because sometimes people get mad. There's been way back when I first started doing reactions, I would shoot so many in one day. There were times I would nod off, and those videos are still up. But people would be like, "Did you fall asleep?" But I like the shooting schedule the way I do it now. So, but yeah, it is because of y'all, man. Y'all make this fun. Well, I honestly feel that way. However, sometimes I do catch myself saying some dumb stuff to myself. But I talk to myself all the time. I work out a lot of problems that way because sometimes stuff in your head doesn't sound the same as when you say it out loud. So I do say a lot of stuff out loud so I get a different perspective of it. But since I know we're winding down and there's the lag, I'm going to start saying it now. And please know, I truly appreciate each and every one of you that come here. The fact that y'all come and hang out, like I said, it's like old friends. Even though I know Mike in real life, I feel like I know the rest of you. I don't know if I do an hour of that, but maybe I should try that because sometimes it takes like up to 10 minutes for people to show up. Yeah, I do it every Thursday, Mike. Every Thursday. And I appreciate that because I know it's later there. But like I said, I feel like I know all of you. Like, I would definitely hang out with any of you. But it's fun. I enjoy it. It's like talking to old friends. That's way better than hi, how are you? Oh, that kind of stupid stuff. But I might try to do that, Gary. I have to figure out how to play the voice. Oh, Savannah's got one of them Bluetooth speakers. So I could do that. Because it's live like this, so I would have to do that. But yeah, I'll work on that. Or maybe I could just shoot a video and I could just, no, I got to figure out how to run. I don't know if I could run the video. Anyways, you give me something to think about. But hey, guys, I got to go. I appreciate you so much. I hope you have a great week. Make someone laugh. You get the chance. I will see you. It's okay if you're eating. I can't see you. And even if I could see, I wouldn't care. I'll see you next week. Same Bob time, same Bob channel. Y'all be safe, man. Peace. Thanks, Mike.